Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Preparing to leave here and go back to Paris.
I couldn't hear what you first said.
I said I'm preparing to go back to Paris today.
Oh, okay. Awesome. How
So
was the trip?
that was cool. That was cool. We had some nice weather, so that was great.
That's good. What'd you guys do?
Oh, we went to do some wine tasting yesterday.
Mm,
It's something in the region. And yeah, just some pool and just chilling in nature.
there you go. How was the
Yeah.
wine tasting? You guys get a little rowdy?
No, I was spitting out most of it.
You were spitting out most of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Yeah,
just
that's normally
yeah,
what happens, right?
yeah. We just you just put it in your mouth and just swirl it around and then spit it out.
That doesn't take the fun out of it.
No, I don't want to get too.
Get a little rowdy on a Tuesday or Monday.
Yeah, it was 4 in the afternoon. I mean,
Yeah. Gotta relax, right?
yeah. You've been able to get your Wi-Fi extended.
No, no. So, the office isn't open until Wednesday, unfortunately. So I'm gonna get an extender for the basement, but in the meantime, I moved it up to the dining room.
All
So,
right.
so I'm up here until tomorrow. Yeah,
Okay, nice.
tomorrow I'll do it up here as well, and then we'll be back in my office. All
Perfect.
right. What's up, Sergio?
Yo, what's up?
Good morning. How are you?
I did great. How are you?
Good, man. Ready to hop on the charts, huh?
Yeah, ready.
I like your message. All
Thank you.
right, so I'm gonna get started pretty quickly here, just because you guys are consistent. You guys show up at the same time every single day. So we're going to break down the charts. Did you guys see the GJ trade I was telling you guys about? Did you guys notice that setup?
The one like an hour ago.
Yeah, about a half an hour ago. I'll show it to you
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
if
yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
see it.
yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So looking at the economic calendar over here, we had some data that came out of Great Britain. We had Euro CPI, which is not looking too good over here. So that's not a good sign. But the cash rate over here for the Bank of Australia, they ended up raising interest rates by 50 basis points. So right now, looking over here at the US, or let's see, yeah, US ISM manufacturing PMI and Jobs job openings are coming out at 10 a.m. this morning. But this morning we had final manufacturing PMI come out of the UK over here. I was reading some of the article, and some of the key findings over here that you'll see is output, new orders, and new export business all declined. Job cuts registered for first time in almost 2 years. And then you got some positives. So input cost and selling price inflation eased slightly. But again, we're below 50 over here. Anything below 50 is a contracting market. So obviously that's not good for Great Britain. But again, moving into the US, we got ISM manufacturing PMI, Jobs job openings coming out today. You got the NZD unemployment data coming out. Some of their RBNZ Governor Orr is going to be speaking later on as well, but you guys don't trade any NZD pairs, so it's not going to affect us too much. We do have Japan. Some of their news coming out. Monetary policy meeting minutes is coming out later tonight for Asian. So we'll see if that's going to move GJ for us during the Asian market. We'll be talking. But again, Wednesday, job data coming out, ADP. We got federal funds rate. This is the main focus of the week. So that's why I was saying yesterday, you guys just want to take it easy on the market yesterday. It was kind of calm. There wasn't much there. We did take that GJ buy, or at least I did, and I managed it really well. So that was the only trade that I took. But Thursday, we have GBP, their monetary policy statement. So we'll see if they're going to raise interest rates. I expect that they will be. They're going to raise it by 75 basis points. Bailey's going to be speaking after that. You got unemployment coming out tomorrow or Thursday, services PMI coming out of the US. And then Friday, we got NFP. So it's a huge packed week. This is kind of what I wanted to break down yesterday. A lot going on. But again, like I said, FOMC statement, Fed funds rate is going to be the main mover. Now, the interesting thing is if we go look at the dollar right now, the dollar has been making higher highs, higher lows, pushing all the way up to the standalone currency rate of 115. We just about reached 115, just barely. We didn't tap it. We reached like 114,750. So that being said, in the last 2 weeks, we've been on this decline. And now you could start to see the top wick on the current weekly candle starting to flip bearish and possibly filling this wick over here. Doesn't mean we're coming down or crashing like that, but we're coming down. And that tells me that everything when it comes to this Fed funds rate increase of 75 basis points, everything is pretty much priced in. The big talk right now is what are they going to be doing in December? And they think that they may be only increasing rates by 50 basis points. So that's what's bringing the US dollar down over here. It's what's bringing gold up to start off the month. Also, we had that retracement over here to end the week last week over here where the monthly candle ended up closing right above 1630. Now this candle's been straight bullish the entire all of last night and today. So that's what's telling me that we could be getting that 50 basis point increase, and that's going to have the dollar coming down a little bit. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, so that was fundamentals. Let's take a look at GJ right now. Monthly candle obviously ended up closing extremely strong. And what I was saying last night in the Asian channel or the analysis channel was that in the beginning of any kind of month, whatever direction that we're going in right now, we're extremely bullish on GJ with a weak Japanese yen. But anytime you start a new month, you're going to get some kind of a bottom or top wick formed. You're going to get liquidity being grabbed. So it's going to go in the opposite direction of what you're probably used to over the last previous month, unless you have a complete reversal the next month. But right now, what I could see happening is price pulling back to retest certain areas. And I see this area right here as price could possibly tap into this area right here with all these wicks, tap into that area, hold support, and then continue to drive right back up from that area, filling this wick and continuing up to 175 with a clean move to the left. Let's look to the left and see what we got. If you see, we have that consolidation over here, but we pushed through that over 2 months back in 2016. So we were able to push through that easily. Now, right over here, the monthly candle ended up closing above 170 here with the wick to fill. So we're getting that pullback. Now, can we mirror this move to the left over here up to that wick, right? That's why I marked this 175 level off. First of all, it is a previous resistance. And second of all, you have that wick. And then third of all, it's a psychological level, right? So looking at the weekly now. Last week, we ended up closing a very strong bullish candle up here. This candle passed the high right away, and it looks like we're retracing, pulling back, flipping bearish, and coming down again, like I said, to that 168 level potentially, or maybe even shorter. Maybe we stay somewhere up here, 169 over here, hold support, and then continue up. We'll see what we look like in the lower time frames. All right. So we've been getting these higher lows, higher highs, right? Strong daily candle 2 days ago, or actually back last week in February. Strong close, rejection of this area. So right now it looks like we formed some kind of a resistance right here, right? Strong resistance, which I'm sure we can end up adjusting and moving up to this wick over here because that'll be the resistance on the lower time frames. But right now we rejected that level as we failed to close above, then we rejected it. Top wick formed, passing the low of the previous candle and continuing down to a previous higher low right in this area over here. So could we hold this as support? Do we pull back into this area and hold like a higher low and then continue up? We'll see. All right, 4 hour. So looks like I just moved 70. All right, so we got 170 as that psychological level. I'll lower the opacity on this, just so it doesn't like confuse you guys. But right now what you see is that high that was created up here. 172. Yeah, right around 172. We ended up rejecting 172 and continuing down. We got that lower high over here, which was yesterday and last night, and then we continue right back down. We got a strong close below that previous support, right in that area. Close below that previous support. We got a clean move coming down into possibly these areas over here, or maybe even 169,500 psychological level to hold that higher low here and then continue up. See the 1 hour. Now we get started adjusting here. Gets a little tricky in here now. You had that previous support turn resistance, which was then a support, which we marked off last night when I did that breakdown for you. So we were kind of in this consolidation over here. And you could really start it over here because, yeah. So right there, you got that support price rejecting multiple times here, right? And then we finally get that strong close with a wick to fill. Candle taps into that area, forms the top wick, flips bearish, and fills the wick over here. Actually closed with no bottom wick over here. So let's see what that trade would have been like this morning with a clean move to the left. We may be getting some kind of a pullback anywhere here, and then we can continue this right back down later today. All right, 30-minute. So 30-minute here, what I had, actually, I'd move that right there. Because what you have here, sometimes it gets difficult with this price action. But right now what you could see is we ended up breaking through that wick, right? We do have that support right there, but we have a rejection of that level again here. Closed with no bottom wick over here, and we held support with that bullish candle, right? But then we finally got this strong bearish candle close. You got an indecision candle, but this has been happening a lot on GJ the past few months, where you get a candle like this close after passing the high of the previous candle, then flipping bearish, passing the low, closing a strong body with a wick to fill. So once that candle closed, you could anticipate with a clean move to the left, entering maybe even right after it closed right there. Anticipating this move down. Obviously, you're looking for that 1-to-1. You're looking to grab your scalp. Price is tapping into this area right over here, this previous resistance, and we could reject and come back to entry. But somewhere around here is where you would want to secure anyway, right? That would be 1-to-1, and then also that previous resistance. Yeah, you could have grabbed 30 pips out of that. Does this setup make sense? Is that something you guys would journal?
Yeah. On that setup, was you really focusing on the volume to come down and bring price down?
Would I be focusing on the volume?
Yeah, if the volume would obviously break through that support and keep on pushing down.
Yeah, the main thing is like if we zoom in on these candles, let's break down the anatomy so you guys get a good idea. We did have a support right over here. The price was holding. Actually, I'll have OCD, so I gotta draw perfect. So you get that support right over here. Multiple rejections ended up getting retested, right? We closed below, created that low. We come right back up, hold a resistance, strong bearish candle close to retest that low, but no bottom wick. Then you get this bullish candle close back into that range, kind of like that, if that's what you want to do, but it's really right here. So in that case, I'll actually just draw it right here. So we ended up rejecting that level, but then you get the strong body, right? Top wick rejection, ended up closing a strong body, also passed the low. It's got a nice wick to fill. A lot of times I would say around Tuesday and Thursday, a 6 a.m. volume is pretty strong. If you guys go back and backtest GJ, you'll see that. Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m. volume, sometimes you get a push like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what you're playing. Barely get a top wick and price just shoots down from here. Creates a wick to fill as well. But at some point, we're going to get some pullback, and maybe we could continue this down and catch some of that move. And I think a lot of this is coming from the PMI numbers that came out today. All right, so let's see what we got moving forward. See what we could grab. Again, after breaking down the 30-minute, you want to go back up to the higher time frames and take another peek. But again, clean move to the left. you're coming into some of these areas over here. If you take a look, resistance here, you got all these wick rejections in that area. You got a support held in there, kind of consolidated in that area as well. And now we're starting to tap into that area. So again, can we get some kind of a pullback and drop? Yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour's 1 hour's going to be closing on 12 minutes here. So we'll see if the next one respects the high of the previous candle, creates a top wick, flips bearish, and continues down with that clean move to the left, coming down into 169 flat. So that's what I'm looking for over here. Again, clean move. That's exactly what you want. But just keep in mind, you don't want to, force anything here. You guys good on GJ?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. 30-minute. Again, you could place this support anywhere you want, but this is just the most recent and the one that makes the most sense, just because, again, the most recent support over here, I just want you guys to understand like why I'm breaking levels down like this and not maybe, you guys have your level up here or you don't even have a level right there. But I think the main one right here is that previous support. And then also you can look to the left and you got all that consolidation in that area as well. So let's see the pullback that we get here and see if we can continue that down. All right, gold. Gold, same exact thing. We got that weak dollar. Well, not a weak dollar, but just a week over the past 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks here. Again, it looks like this weekly candle is flipping. It's only Tuesday, and we have the interest rates coming out tomorrow. So we'll see what ends up happening with the dollar. But the reason why the stock market is up so much, right? If you guys take a look at pre-markets, right, over the past week over here, all markets have been pretty solid over here, especially in the U.S. Dow up almost 4% on the week. You got NASDAQ is down. Normally, NASDAQ is kind of opposite, or not opposite, but a lot of times it's not correlated with the Dow or the S&P 500. It's its own entity. Also the Russell, but UK 100 is up. DAX, a lot of these other countries in indices are now up as well. So it's all basically sentiment based on the Fed not increasing rates as much in December. But looking at gold over here again, as I broke down, you got that weekly candle starting to push up over here, or monthly candle pushing up, weekly, holding support right now. Remember, we ended up getting this strong bearish candle close. We ended up retesting 1700 and pushing down from there, similar to what we were talking about on GJ, that 30-minute setup on GJ, where we retest the low, then we get that bullish candle close. Indecision candle up here ends up flipping bearish and closing bearish. Remember this candle? We created its top wick, flipped bearish past the low of that candle. It looked like we could continue down, but then the sentiment started coming out that the Fed might be only doing 50 basis points instead of 75 next month. Now, looking at the daily, you're starting to see these higher lows. If you take a look right here, price tapped into that area right there, and then you get a little bit of a higher low right there, and then another higher low with a strong bullish push coming up with the current daily candle, right? Last night, we ended up forming that bottom wick, tapping into 1630, and then pushing up from here. But now we're starting to approach that previous 1660 area where we held support here, consolidated around that area, previous support, resistance, and then, held that resistance with this candle right here, and then kind of fake that level out coming back down. But now we're holding that support, and it looks like almost like a triple bottom where we can continue up from here. I think we're just grabbing liquidity before tomorrow, but we'll see. Actually, also, if you take a look, we could be all priced in this year as far as interest rates are concerned. Do either of you guys trade gold? I know Jamie does. I know a few other people do,
Yeah.
but Quentin, you do, right? You said yes? Okay. So again, I think we may be priced in over here over the course of the year. This has been since the beginning of March, and that was obviously the invasion of Ukraine over here. And then ever since then, the Fed started announcing that they were going to be increasing rates. Ever since then, a commodity like gold has been coming down. Sorry, guys, I've been extremely tired from yesterday. Long hours of getting this house ready and yard work and shit, but back on my regular routine today. So now, 4-hour. Let's see. 4-hour, we ended up holding a support right here, obviously. But right over here, we had that previous resistance, right? It was also a previous support to the left. Actually, you know what? I'm going to mark this off right here. So what you had that was that previous support resistance over here as well. Multiple rejections, held support, broke through it, retested it here, and then continued down. But now we kind of faked that level out. And we got that strong close above the previous resistance right here, right? Strong close above, bottom wick formed, passing the high of the previous candle, clean move to the left that we could be taking up into some of these areas. But 1660 is definitely a spot I'd be taking profit at. Yeah, this looks beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit. It's a little tricky in here. Get that support, previous support, held resistance, resistance again, but we broke through it and then broke through this level. Where now we're holding a support, right? With this bullish candle close, nice classic break and retest here. I don't like this candle right here, but it's okay because we're holding support right here with this bullish candle with a wick to fill. We respect the low, flip bullish, and you could have taken this up based on the 1 hour back up to this resistance here, which I'm sure those wicks are going to be your actual resistance. But let's see the 30-minute. Yeah. So right now, I want you guys to know that you're tapping into these wicks over here, right? It kind of consolidated around that area too. But right now, we are retesting that area. Above that area, get the clean move to the left. All right, so if you missed this move, let's see how we could have taken this over here to take this thing up. 15-minute. So 15-minute ended up, if you actually get rid of this stuff, there we go. Since 1632 holding that support, you get the higher lows. And right over here, we ended up creating this high here. We come right back down to hold support at that previous support right there with a clean bullish candle close. So being that we have this bullish momentum here, after this close right here, you could have taken this after that candle closed. I mean, if you want to trade in the 15-minute, anticipating price to retest this high, but that's a classic break and retest. Only thing I don't like is the candle formation here. Like that candle barely has a top wick. I mean, you could potentially enter with your stop loss down here. This is something I would lower my risk on because it's on the 15-1 and 2. It's just the candlestick formation is not that nice. But we ended up coming up and retesting that high nonetheless, right? Holding a higher low around 1645, 1646, and then pushing up from that area with that 5:30, 6 a.m. volume. Now we're pushing up into these areas here. So now what you have is that resistance right there. That price could be coming down into to hold support and then continue up. But it looks like we're trying to push up. Can we get a close above these candles and above that resistance right there? Once we do, you get the clean move to the left to continue up. Remember the weakness of the dollar today, right? Let's take a look at the hourly. So the hourly, we've been coming down over here. Actually, the 4-hour. 4-hour. We retested this level over here, created this low, retested, and now we're continuing right back down, right? You have a support right here that you need to break through, right? Once you break through that level, you could very well continue down. Yeah, you're coming down right here. So all morning, actually all night last night too, US dollar's been weak. Today, it's the weakest currency in the market right now, compared to all the other pairs as well. So you could very well be playing bullish buys on gold. You guys have any questions at all?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. Is there a specific pair you guys want to take a look at right now? No? Okay, I'll break down US 30 right now too. Looks like we're waiting on that gold. I'm just gonna take a look at GJ over here. See that pullback? Yeah. Just wait for the resistance to form and then take this thing down. All right. So now US 30. Damn, we got all that done within 30 minutes before 7 o'clock. So that's awesome. All right. US 30 again. That's the Dow. We already looked at pre-markets. We got that 30,000 level, 28,000 level from pre-COVID that we now ended up retesting, holding support, and now strong bullish October over here ended up closing. So right now, looks like we're passing the high of that candle right away without any bottom wick. So I could very well see a candle form like this, top wick formed, they increase rates, we get some bad job data coming out, and then price ends up flipping bearish like that. Do you guys see the same thing? Actually, it would look like this because the opening of the candles right here. Could you guys see something like this?
Yeah.
I actually want to do something real quick. Snip tool. Have you guys been taking a look at US 30 at all?
No, I don't really take a look at it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's something that may come into your arsenal down the road. I mean, obviously it may be a little bit more attractive to people living in the US, right? Just like for you guys, like the DAX, UK 100, stuff like that is more attractive to you guys. But I just want to save this as a screenshot for next, I would say next month. Let's see how this thing ends up. US 30. December. And also, I had one of those too. Nope. Yeah, so this is the one that I did a few days ago actually. Or last week. Hold on one second. Where is it? Here we go. So this is what I could potentially see happening over here with the US 30 over the next, couple of years over here. That's why I took that screenshot. But like I said, last week or the week before, whenever I took this screenshot, I forget. But I could see us coming down from here, right? This is just that pullback, kind of like what we got over here, and then continue down and then potentially hold support here or even come down to 18,000, right? I've been thinking of 18,000 tapping into here, that low from COVID, and then we hold support from there. Think about it. There's a lot of big players that want to get in at a great price, right? So banks, institutions could potentially bring price back down to that area to then continue up. I don't know if they're going to want to do that because it's extreme economic hardship for the public, for everybody when that happens. But never underestimate greed. But again, right here, we're forming that top wick. Maybe we could create a top wick up here and then retrace. Let's look at the weekly here. Weekly, we've been creating these lower highs. And we can always adjust this as we go down the time frames as well. But we get that previous resistance right in this area over here. That's our most recent resistance. Could very well continue up into that area. Get a clean move to the left. Just keep in mind, maybe something like this. If you see this support right here, 33,000, you rejected that area multiple times. Resistance right here. Could this end up being a level where we create that higher low or lower high and then continue right back down from here? This is a strong push. And also looking at the weekly, we ended up closing with barely a bottom top wick. Now this candle created a bottom wick. It's now bullish, flipping bullish. Then it passed our high. So this is a little wacky price action on the daily. Strong daily candle on Friday. That's a strong Friday move over here. What's this? Yeah, no, Quentin, I totally agree. I mean, I couldn't imagine that happening, but if you hear economists and anybody really talking about, like anyone that knows anything about the markets, they're telling you in the next 6 to 9 months how bad the economy is going to be, right? And it's something that we've never seen before, like a financial collapse. So if that's the case, could we see something like that? At least for a short amount of time, and then we start to recover with the with the U.S. market or the Fed releasing interest rates and easing monetary policy a little bit and getting that back up to where it was. But we need to. I think the Fed is going to continue to increase rates for quite some time into 2024, at least to end 2024. But even if that means sending us into a recession, which we're already in. According to some people, we're not. But again, strong bullish close. We get this retracement. Now this candle created a bottom wick, passing the high of the previous candle and possibly continuing up. Just gonna adjust this right here. All right, here you go. Got this higher low formed. Does that match up to the left? Yes, it does. Got that resistance right here. But the main thing is right here. We're holding that higher low. Strong bounce off that level. Right? With this bullish candle close with the wick to fill. Now we're kind of retesting the high up here. Right? Now, can we push through that level? Mirroring this move to the left, continuing right back up. You can actually adjust this to the left here. Now looking at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is a little tricky. Looks like been in this bullish trend. Yeah, we don't have to draw that. But since here it looks like no. So far, again, we're just kind of in this bullish trend, pushing up to that resistance. But can we push through? We're still holding a higher low here with this current 1 hour candle just opened up, and now it's already flipping bullish. Right? So can we push through this area? I want a clean close above that candle right there. So we already got some kind of a rejection with this bearish candle close. Now, if we form that higher low and some strong bullish candle closes above 32,000, 32,960, somewhere around here, can we continue up from here? See our next destination. Man, I can't stop yawning. Let me move to the left here. Yeah. You could see that support that we held in that same area too, here to the left. So we'll see. But like I said, tomorrow is going to be the Fed funds rate. We'll see if they end up what they end up doing, but I'm sure it's going to be at least 75 basis points. Could be even more. I doubt it, but it could be even more. Any questions?
Nope.
Awesome. Now, I want you guys to outwork everybody in the group. You guys already are because you're showing up right now, but I want you guys, I want to rattle out some charts right now. So, Quinn, which pair do you want to break down? Q, you there?
I didn't get the last part. My connection isn't that good.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying, which pair would you like to break down?
Oh, okay.
Gold is pushing through that area. Wow, look at that. It's a weak dollar. Yeah, dollar's coming down here. I would wait for that close above though. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I was just going through a few ones to see how they look.
Okay. Let me know which pair.
I want to take a look at Euro CHF.
Your CHF. Okay. I like it. Let's take a look at this thing. See all that money being pulled into a safe haven currency right now with the risk off assets, especially right here.
Yeah, and yeah, it's interesting to me because you have a lot of people in France, like a lot, no, I mean not a lot, but you have a few people working in Swiss and living in France.
Really?
Yeah, just commuting to work, like living at the how do you call it? The border?
The
They live at the
border.
border in France and they go to work in Swiss.
You guys are close?
Yeah, we're touching I mean from Paris it's far, but you have a border between France and Swiss.
Wow, I didn't know that. I'm pretty familiar with the geography of Europe, probably more than most people, but I didn't. Yeah, Switzerland right here. Okay, and you
Yeah,
obviously border Italy. You got the Italian Alps.
yeah.
You border Spain. I would love to go to Spain.
And so you have a ton of people working in Geneva
Oh
or
yeah,
other places and living in France. And so like to give you an idea, like in Switzerland, you're gonna be paid like 4,000 for the same job you would do in France for 1,500.
oh wow,
It's like Switzerland is a very rich country,
yeah,
and people get paid like things are 3 times more expensive than in France, and people get paid 3 times more than in France.
wow. What is this body of water right here?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
This body of water. What is this? It looks very clear.
It's just how do you call that? We have
The
different
river.
names. Yeah, it's a river basically.
That's like the clearest river I've ever seen right here.
I mean, you have the most beautiful lakes in Switzerland and very beautiful waters in Switzerland.
Damn.
The most beautiful things, the most beautiful lakes in Switzerland are lakes in the middle of the mountains. You get some beautiful lakes just surrounded by mountains, and you get a ton of them in Switzerland, like really a ton.
I gotta show you some pictures of where I'm living now. It's the same exact thing. It's like so many different lakes around where we live. Let me see if I can
That's
find it.
crazy.
Yeah, I would love to come to France. I'll come visit you.
Yeah,
I
for
should do a
sure.
boot camp out there.
I'd love it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so this is where I used to live, right down here in New Jersey, and now we live up here. So you guys have a good idea. But look at all these lakes. We're 1,600 feet above sea level. So this is a huge lake, Lake Wallenpaupack. But look at all these little ones over here.
Yeah.
So many different ones.
Yeah, that's close.
See? All
Yeah.
like these little bodies of water. But like the mountains are huge. I don't know if they show terrain. I don't know how a map could show how high up you are. More satellite braking transit traffic. Terrain, there you go. Yeah, this is the Appalachian Mountains, which run all the way up the east coast of the US. And they come right into where we are. They kind of end up here, but we're very high up. And then you got the Rocky Mountains over
So this
here,
is Pennsylvania. You're living in.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Pennsylvania right here. And then Jersey's right here.
Yeah.
And then New
And
York
okay,
City's right here.
and state of New York is just up above.
Yep. New York, that's Pennsylvania up here. I don't know if you could see the border. That's the border of Jersey right here. And then this right here is Manhattan. Right here.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, because I have like one of my closest friend uh who lived in New York for like 10 years.
Oh, really?
I think she was in Brighton in New York.
Did you like it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay.
her, like most of her teen that she lived in New York. Like of a she's more of an American than a French girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Should be
she lived like all through like 12 years old to 20.
okay. She became more of an American, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Um,
Like people from the home country and like let's say I had a friend that went to Czech Republic and they became more in love with Prague and the Czech um lifestyle, I guess you could say, than they would America.
sorry, yeah, just someone knocking on my door. Just a moment.
Yeah, no problem. Sure, Jill, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at gold over here while we wait for Quentin. Um, the 15-minute closed a very strong bullish candle, right? I wish this was a 30-minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for since we got these rejections over here, right? I don't want to get trapped, right? We ended up closing below that level. I want to see this 30-minute candle closing strongly above this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
For a clean move coming up here because we are kind of extended over here. I'm not saying we're due for a pullback because we have gotten these little pullbacks, which I like, and they are in the 30-minute, so they're legit. But it's at some point we've just been making this, rally. That's pretty hard. But now we need to make sure we close above that area. Because yesterday, I think it was, I don't know if it was on GJ or Gold. Oh, yeah, it was that move from yesterday. So where was it? Monday 30. Yeah, right here. It was the buy I took on TJ over here. Where in reality, right? We should have probably waited for the close above this area right here, and then we would have had safer buys coming up. Notice some of the
yeah,
liquidity is coming out of GJ a little bit. Remember a month or two ago, this range right here would have been like 50 pips.
yeah. It's gotten quite small as well.
Yeah. So it
I
looked
was,
like
I was
go
waiting for that closure above as well.
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, it was, it was a great setup. It looked like we were continuing up here. Let me get the 15-minute. I added it to the group Trello as well if you guys want to take a look. Yeah. That's the 15-minute. I took this based on that's the 1 hour.
Yeah, I took the same trade.
Yeah, it was taken based on the 30-minute just because we got that bounce, nice strong bounce coming up here. Um, this could have been, this is a good trade to journal. Maybe not execute yet, but after holding this support right here, right, in a bullish trend, you get the high created up here. After this close, you just wait for this bottom wick to form. It's on the 30-minute too, and see if you could grab this move up. It's risky because of this price action, but this could have been a nice grab right here. And then you wait for the pullback, and I thought we could continue up, but didn't end up happening. But as long as you lower risk, that's good. I just want to share with you the lesson that's learned here. After this candle, what I did was I entered this after this bullish candle close, bottom wick formed, not after passing this wick, but after passing the bearish wick right here, right? That's why I took this. We made that push up, and then it pushed up 6-7 pips into profit, and then ended up closing below this level here. So right there, the lesson from this trade is I should have closed 50 here. Only reason I didn't is because it was a fairly strong 30-minute candle close, and it had this wick to fill, and we were in a bullish trend. So it looked like, and especially this candle was creating a bottom wick and started flipping bullish, which was that top wick. But once we started coming down here, had a nice safe stop loss below that support. Once we passed the low of that candle right there, I closed 50 and then the full thing right away. And I only risked 1% on this too. So, or I think 0.5%. Let me see. Sorry, Quentin, you wanted to say something?
I closed when I saw the 15-minute candle closing bearish. We had a 15-minute candle closing bearish just below resistance.
Right here? After this close?
Yeah, when the 30-minute, yeah, this one I closed when I
This is
saw
the
it.
15-minute.
Big rejection. Yeah, I closed here. I closed full.
After this 15-minute close.
Yeah.
Great job, dude. That's awesome. See, that's great price risk management right there, because not a lot of people will end up doing that. A lot of people just want to hold on to it. I gave it more of a chance because I lowered my risk on it. So I thought that we could continue up, and it was really based on the 30-minute. But does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So yeah, that's in the group Trello. Now that I'm in this house, and my routines are now going to be a lot more consistent because of my schedule. I really want to keep up on the group Trello. I want you guys to add your trades in there, and I'll be commenting on it. We'll be going through it just like we just did with this, so that you guys improve every single time you take a trade. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That sound good for you? Awesome. So yeah, I created a new date. Again, I was back and forth between the new house and my apartment. Last month was very hectic for me, so we didn't do much with October. But moving into November, let's really keep this up. It only gets you guys better. All right, GJ ended up holding a resistance here in the 15-minute, but you got this support here as well that price keeps rejecting. So you may want to wait about 8 minutes for the 30-minute to close, and we should be able to take this thing down. I love the setup right here. And then gold is making a push up, but again, I'd rather wait for this 30-minute candle to close above that resistance, and then this will be a nice move to continue up here with a clean move to the left. So this is where it gets tricky, where you have two different pairs that you trade. Which one do you want to take that scalp on? The setup on the 15-minute is beautiful too, but again, learning that lesson from yesterday, you need that close above that level. I don't want to end up getting rejected here, taking a trade based on the 15-minute. I'd rather just wait for the 30 to close, right? Stay patient, and then take this thing up. So Let's see if Quentin can do a breakdown within 8 minutes. What do you think? You got it?
Yeah, I think it's doable.
I believe in you. All right. Take it away, buddy. I'm just gonna monitor the other
If
pairs.
my connection works, though. All right. Can you zoom out a little bit?
Yes. I'm just setting one thing up.
Yeah.
Real quick so that. All right. So what would you like me to do? I'm sorry.
Zoom out, please.
Zoom out. Okay. There's this is pretty much the low of this pair as
Okay,
far
yeah.
as
Yeah, it's just been trending down
yeah. So that's why I had it zoomed in here.
for years. Okay. So yeah, so we are making lower lows, lower highs. For we've been doing that for years. We had like kind of a low here that we broke and held the resistance into,
Beautiful.
and so we had the tip of that wick on which we held a resistance. We have those wicks rejecting the downside, closing a big bullish uh, monthly candle the previous month. So we just opened the candle. Can we hold that support and continue up, retesting some other levels, maybe into that area of liquidity, I believe, and mirror that move up? Or are we going to hold a resistance right from there and continue down into new lows?
Beautiful. Great explanation too. All right. So obviously we're gonna be able to adjust these, but
Yeah.
let's go to the weekly. All right. Is the zoom good for you?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Awesome.
So we can adjust our support, the extreme support down over there, and have this level as the next resistance and level we can get into if we start heading up.
Okay.
And this one too. Now, this is going to be the next level that we could run into. Although we have had a clean move here, and we broke above this level. Maybe it's going to be up further, seeing that we have some rejections with wicks here, but we're going to see that on the lower time frame. So as for now, I would just like to have that level.
Beautiful. And gold made a nice push, but we stick to our rules. There's going to be plenty of opportunity today and throughout the week. All right. So what are you looking for here?
So right now we're going to see if we can hold a support in in this whole area to come back up and retest here, or at least the top of these candles here, or if we come down close back in here, we could see this move being mirrored back as we are in a bearish trend. We could very well come down to retest the low.
Great job. Yeah, I was going to say, is that 98-cent level important to you? I mean, everything depends on that. We could either form a support there or hold
Yeah.
it as a resistance once closing back below. All right, daily.
Daily. All right. So we had that level here of support that we are right into right now.
Yes. Beautiful.
So if we close below, we can definitely have some sales going down to 98 cents, and then see if we can break it and continue down to that support, or else I believe it'd be hard to take any buys holding this support. but going up above and clearing these rejections, we could see price going into that resistance level.
Yes. Do you want to adjust this?
Please.
All right. Great job. Okay. 4 hour.
Please. All right, so that's consolidation here, so I would be careful with the sales, but we could definitely get something going down in here if we adjust that.
Yeah, what do you see like what do you want to see right here?
I would see like the resistance being held to not get a rejection like that going back up, but yeah, clean close below and a rejection from the resistance to go back down.
Okay. Okay. So two hints that you're getting right here. One, this candle didn't really close below support,
Yeah.
right? And no bottom wick. Then this candle created that top wick, past the low, but now it looks like in the next actually it's the 4 hour. So we'll see what we look like in the lower time frame, but you could see how we could very well end up rejecting this area, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe it's just retracing, right? And then continuing back down. All right. Any adjustment?
Yeah, you can fin of the zone into here.
Okay.
But I would wait for that 1 hour to close and see how it closes. But you have to pay attention and see if you want to take sales. You don't want to take sales too close from that wick. So either you can get a sell and be able to secure at the tip of that wick, or you want this wick to be cleared to take price down
Yes, sir.
into here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 30-minute.
Okay, so we closed back a bearish candle but with no bottom wick just
Seth,
now.
Sergio, yeah.
yeah, we've just closed above on gold.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
right.
wanted to go back real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Quentin. Why is this not? It's not giving me. Come on now.
So we rejected on GJ, but gold did close above.
We did. I don't know what's going on here with my trading view. There we go.
It closed
All
a
right.
very small.
Beautiful close above. So let's see if we get that bottom wick rejection, right? Because you're going to be able to get a cleaner stop loss. Because right now your stop loss would have to be down here, right? So wait for this pullback. See if we even respect this low, which I'm sure we will. It's a strong close. And you get the clean move to the left. What are you guys looking for right now? Let's talk through it. Sure, Gio, since you were the one that reminded us.
I'm waiting for a bottom wick as well to get around. What level is it?
I feel like with the volume, this may end up pushing up after this bottom wick rejection and
Yeah.
continuing up. What I do like is the fact that the 30-minute ended up creating that bottom wick and pushing through this level as hard as it did. Now, if price takes off without you, it is what it is. Like, this isn't really your setup. What are you going to take this with your stop loss right here? I mean, for you guys, I wouldn't really do that. But I want to see if we get that pullback here, and you'll be able to get a better price. But the 15-minute was really that was nice here. So it's something that you journal. You want to keep looking at this to see how often this ends up playing out. Because a lot of times you get trapped here. I'm sure you guys have gotten trapped here multiple times trying to force something like this. But let's see if we get that pullback, and then we can continue up. Because the 15-minute here, I don't know about you guys, but that looks a little overextended. Oh,
It passed the high in the first 2 minutes.
it did. It did create a bottom wick though, and then it passed the high, and it could very well continue up. And if it does, you guys got to be okay with that. You guys got to be okay missing trades. You're missing trades all the time because you're not going to take everything that's in the market. If you guys get rid of the habit alone, you will become much better traders. right? You don't have to take everything that pops up. And if you're content with that, you're going to be a very good trader. You're not going to be taking many losses. You're going to be missing trades, but I'd much rather miss a trade than lose a trade. So again, it's passing the high pretty quickly. Again, first 2-3 minutes. Let's see if we can get that pullback. For me, at least, at some point, these 15-minute candles are going to weaken out, right? You're going to get like a weaker bullish candle close here, or maybe even the next one's going to be weaker, and you're going to get some kind of a pullback to then continue up. So let's see if we get that right now. Now GJ here. I don't know what's going on with TradingView, but I'm going to restart it real quick. We can get rid of maps here. TradingView. Yeah, GJ pulled back. Here we go. Here we get such a weak dollar right now. Or not right now, but just today is what I'm saying. Dollar's extremely strong. But right now, in the last week or two. Yeah, see how we're getting that pullback over here? I was looking at the 30-minute, but that's way too weak of a candle, and we keep rejecting this area. Right? So this candle, you can expect the high to be broken. Now we can very well hold a resistance in here and then continue down later, and we'll get a much better setup at that point. But right now, this candle was not it. Make sense? You would need this candle. If you were to take this sell, anticipating price to continue down, you would have needed this candle to close something like this. And then maybe, just maybe, get the top wick formed and we continue down. But we didn't get that. I want to see if gold over here, this is where the lower time frames come in handy. Are we going to start exhausting somewhere up here before continuing back down? I mean, it's a straight move coming up. You're the clean move to the left and a weak dollar. So problem is the stop loss. That's it. Back to GJ. GJ is starting to retrace from that area. We got 170. It could be retesting. You guys got any questions about the setup or gold right now?
I was thinking about using the previous 15-minute stop loss, but
Right here?
As you said, obviously wait for a support to be formed.
Yeah.
It's more of a better trade, to be honest.
Yeah.
And plus you can even risk more on the next setup that we get.
Yes, exactly. And you'll get a better stop loss, right? A tighter stop loss if this trade is meant to be. Sometimes it's just not meant to be.
Yeah.
But going back on both of you guys, how has your trading been in the last 2 weeks, would you say? Quentin, we could start with you. You don't have to share too much, but whatever you're comfortable with.
I've been still in like a break-even stage.
Okay.
But I've been taking more trades, which is something I think that was an issue for me, not taking enough trades. I was I think rather on the opposite end of the spectrum and really not getting into trades that much. And so I've been getting more experience and been able to journal many more trades while not losing any money. So that's a good thing. I think I have been improving. Last week, so I've been able to backtest like 7 days in a row, which
let's go.
was really doing. I didn't backtest this weekend I backtested like 1 hour this weekend as I was doing a ton of things, but I'm gonna get back on that as soon as I get back to Paris. So that's a good thing. And yeah, so looking at that setup, the past week backtesting, I have how do you say, like um kept myself from taking buys like setups like that in, well, when candle pass in the first minute or two.
Right
And
here.
yeah,
Okay.
that saved me many times in backtesting. Ton of setups that I told myself, okay, not do not take that. It's the first minute or so, and it's like 90% of the time it was going back the other way to make that wick.
Let's go. Let's go, man. I'm happy for you. Now, when you say, you're at the break even stage, but you're taking more trades and you're still break even. It's not like you're taking more trades now and now you're in drawdown and you're trying to overcome that. You're still sitting at break even, which is okay. Um, do you find like you're pressing the market a little bit?
In what way?
Like you don't want to press the market. You don't want to force the market or feel, with something like this. Now, you said you're staying out of these, which is good, but maybe other setups. Do you feel like because you're break even, maybe it's the risk management of your trading, but the trade selection, do you feel like you're just like kind of pressing a little bit too much to take more trades in order to hop into more?
No, no, I don't feel like I'm pressing, but
Good.
sometimes my selection isn't good because I feel like sometimes I don't assess the quality of the setup the right way, because like I feel in different market conditions every time looking at the charts, I have like a bias with the current quality of price action is anchoring my the way I assess the quality of setups that present themselves. So if in the past like 20 candles it's been shitty price action, then a little bit better setup, I'm gonna feel like it's very good setup and take the trade when actually it wasn't that good.
Okay.
And so yeah, I feel like sometimes psychologically I end up not selecting very well my setups, and that's where I can take losses. Um, yeah,
Okay. Well,
and
what's the oh,
also I'd say yeah, maybe not risking the right, not knowing, not really being able to assess properly the probability of a setup and
mm,
risking the right amount on each trade. So maybe a loss is going to be as big as a win when actually I cut losses short very quickly. So
mm.
it's like I actually lost like 50% of what I was ready to lose, but on the winning trade, I'm gonna win uh, less in dollar amount because I risked less.
Mm. What would you say is the reason why you're cutting winners short or too
It's not
short
really
in the definition?
it's not really that I'm cutting them short, but I'm gonna risk maybe 0.5% on the winners and 1% on the losers.
Yeah, I
And
was I was gonna get to that. I was just saying like the one point that you did bring up that I brought up first was the fact that you said you were cutting winners short. You're cutting your trades
oh
too
no,
short.
losses. No, even if I cut losses short,
Hmm.
if I risked more than on the winners, is I'm gonna lose the same amount that I win on the winners.
Okay. Okay. Now, with what you can control right now, what would you say that is to kind of get over that hump? Like what's in your controllables?
Um,
What's the only
Maybe I
thing you
should
can
comment
control?
the amount I risk,
Mm, I'm talking about
like the
more
percentage.
specifically the work that you're putting in.
Oh, the word. Well, I can I can backtest even more and journal those trades to get to know even better the probabilities of each setup to be able to make the right choice when risking and taking trades.
Okay. Now I know you do back test, but do you feel like you could be doing more or studying your draft?
The past week was very good.
Good.
No, uh, very honestly, if I can do the same thing I did the past week, that was very good, and I was on the right path. But before that, I wasn't doing it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what was the week before like?
I was backtested every single day at least an hour.
No. I'm saying the week before that. Like you did a
Oh,
great job last week. I'm saying the week before that. What was
the week before it was like 1 hour backtesting in the entire week.
the entire week? Okay. So the fact that you killed it last week, just compound that. You're not going to see the results, after just 1 week of doing that. But, if you do that this
Sure.
week and the week after that, you're going to start feeling it. Maybe even feel it. You probably already feel it after last week, just a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I definitely felt it in backtesting, like being better after on the seventh day
That's good.
uh compared to the first.
Good.
I didn't feel it in my trading because obviously you get through less sessions and it's hard to feel it the difference. But in backtesting, in going through several sessions at a time,
Hmm.
I definitely felt a difference and some adjustments I made into how I risk and which trade I take.
Great job, man. Now, we're going to be back testing on Thursday, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. So we're going to continue that. We're going to continue to grow the account that we're growing together. And then next week, we're going to be, back testing as a group. Once I'm like all settled in and everything, we're going to be back testing multiple days a week as a group. I just need to get settled in and everything. What's up, Lewis?
What's going on, buddy? I see you're moved in already to your place. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pretty
How
much
you
settled
feeling?
in. I feel great. I feel amazing. I love this place. It's peaceful.
Everybody's lights were off in the whole block area.
Nice, bro. Happy
Oh,
for you, man.
I thought you were saying something. Yeah, it's awesome. There's still some work that's got to be done with leaves, and I don't know if you saw my story yesterday. There's just things around the house that need to be done, but once I'm settled in, like today, I'll be on a regular schedule. Besides the gym will probably start tomorrow. The day after that, we'll be joining, but after that, it's off to the races. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty good. Had a pretty
Good.
busy weekend, but
Yeah.
it was amazing. And yeah, now it's ready to get back there, you know?
Awesome. When's a good time to hop on a Zoom this week?
Um, we can do one today if you want, or
Um,
tomorrow. Tomorrow,
I don't know
actually,
about
tomorrow
yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check here. Tomorrow.
or Thursday as well.
I could do throughout the week. My opening for Zooms is going to be around anywhere from 3:20 to 5 p.m. So any day during that time frame, and then
We can
also
do 3:30 on Thursday if you want.
3:30 on Thursday. Yeah, we can do that. Back testing with Quentin at 12 p.m. And then I'll hop on with you. Let's see, Lewis Zoom. Thursday. What time did you say was good?
3:30.
3:30. Okay. Awesome. Beautiful.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Yeah, long overdue, right?
Yeah, bro.
Gotta
Long
catch
overdue.
up, man. Catch
Yeah,
up, see
bro.
what's going on, see where we can improve and start improving. But
Thanks.
Quentin, I couldn't be more proud, man. Like we talked about, we're not going to be complacent. We're not going to be. I'm not going to be congratulating you too much. On just 1 week of work, we're going to keep pushing you to make sure you're getting even more out of yourself, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that's what you
And the
appreciate.
calendar did something. Like
The
I'm
what?
pissed. The calendar,
Calendar?
yeah, the physical calendar I have on my door and
Mm,
crossing the days I backtest,
mm.
man, that did something, and I'm pissed. I cut that streak I had, but I'm gonna go back. It's a new month, so a new page in the calendar, and man, I'm gonna get some crazy streak.
That's awesome. I love that
Yeah.
like competitive spirit. What I
Yeah,
want you to what I want you guys to do is focus on those kind of dopamine hits, right? Today's society, we have too many dopamine hits from social media, videos, anything. Like we just keep getting these quick dopamine hits. But when I'm talking about those daily musts and you're checking those off or you're on your calendar with your back testing, I mean, when you check that off, how good does that feel?
yeah, it really feels good. But even more than that, it's the fact that when I'm sitting at my desk, I just have to turn my head and it's like on the door. It's on the door in the interior of my room. And every time I turn my head, I just see if I backtested or not and how many days I did backtest. And it's just an incentive that I have in front of my face many times in the day, so I cannot run away from that.
That's awesome, man. You're controlling the controllables, right? And sometimes that's easier said than done. But if you can get the work in and you're actually just checking that off every single day, no matter if you feel like it or not, you're going to be good, right? Like I said, it's going to start to compound in the next, I would say, week. I know you're already feeling it, but I'm talking extreme confidence, not overconfidence, but a lot of confidence in your strategy and the way you trade, the way you look at the market, the way you manage risk, right? Everything is going to start to tick up one notch by every single day. And you've been in that position before, haven't you? Back in your
Yeah,
apartment, especially
yeah,
when we first started together, like you were, you felt that feeling before. Now let's get
yeah,
back to that and
yes,
really hold yourself to a high standard
yes.
because I'll be holding you to one. All right. Sure, Gio,
Yeah.
how about yourself? Last 2 weeks, how do you feel?
Um, I've been feeling better. I'm obviously getting back into my routine now
Good.
because remember when I told you about that thing that me and Sammy was going through?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so that kind of held me back a little bit, but
Okay.
I never back tested for about 2 days, but now yesterday, like I completed all my daily most.
Let's go.
I did, everything I was supposed to. I was proud of myself yesterday. It, my motivation is back up again, and today I'll be completing all my daily musts again.
Let's
And
go, man.
every single day I'll be consistent now, and yeah, it's been good.
Beautiful, dude. Good to hear. Is
Yeah.
there anything that you feel like you can improve on? I know you lost a little momentum with that. Perfectly understandable, but um, is there anything that you feel like you can improve on, or it's just basically controlling the controllables and getting the work in now?
Yeah, it's just about getting the work in now and putting more, obviously more time into trading as well. Like back testing, as I told you, I want to back test for about 2 hours every single day.
Mm,
So I'll just find time, to fit that 2 hours in. And I think trading wise as well, like the setups I see on back testing, I just keep seeing them constantly and constantly. So it's like it's stuck in my brain. So whenever I see it in the market, uh, it it has a huge effect on, like, I don't hesitate while taking trades anymore.
mm,
But you know, like the trade that you just mentioned today on gold,
mhm,
if this went all the way up, I would have had that little doubt in me, that saying to myself like I should have just entered there. But
mm,
it's not really my setup. It's not something I would have waited for as well.
mm.
So
So you're
it's
happy you held back.
yeah, I'm happy I held back. Like it did test my patience, but
Mm.
I'm very happy I held back.
Dude, the market will test you, man. Right? You see this setup right here, and price ends up passing the high in the first 2 minutes. Get the clean move to the left. You're like, damn, like I'm missing it. Like, what am I doing? Why am I not taking this? But at the same time, the way your pairs move. You know that gold at some point on the 15 minute at least, right? Strong 15-minute close, another strong 15-minute close. At some point, we're not just going to keep pushing up here, right? We're not just going to like continue pushing up on the 15-minute. At some point, you're going to get some kind of a pullback, whether it's here and then continuing up or right here, wherever it is. This isn't going to be, you're not going to keep getting consistent 15-minute like strong bullish candles, especially after this move. At some point, you're going to get some kind of a pullback, just like you got here, right? And that's what you want to stay patient for. So now, and especially because now you got a reasonable stop loss. You have
Yeah.
a legit stop loss that you could be waiting for. Where now, if we hold support right here, you got a tighter stop loss instead of putting it all the way down here with your entry up here.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, wait for the pullback. Now I get a tighter entry with a tighter stop loss if it's legit, if it's a good setup, and then we could take this thing out with New York volume. Clean move
Yeah.
to the left. If you just stay patient. Now, if you would have taken this trade, now you would have been either managing risk or closed the full thing. And now you're down, let's say 0.5% or 1%. And now the next trade that you take with a nice setup right here with New York volume, now you're just trying to make up for that loss instead of just sitting back and waiting.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like, even if I had the previous 30-minute as a start, it would have been even harder for me to get a 1-to-1 as well.
If you had the previous 30-minute stop, yeah, 1-to-1, yeah, exactly. Remember our checklist. Where is it? Let's pull it up. This is something we should honestly go over every single day.
Yeah.
Trading. Bear with me. So yeah, let's see if we hold that support on gold. I'm just waiting on this to load. This window froze for a second. You guys there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Computer's acting up. Here we go. Here we go. Looking for that stop loss. Where will your stop loss be? Right? Checking that off will keep you out of this right here. Make sense? Oh, it's the 1 hour. And also the 1 hour is a little overextended too here, no? But this was the main thing. You need to wait for the close above, which we finally got on the 30-minute. All these rejections, clean move to the left up to 1660. You have a weak US dollar on the day, right? It's kind of stalling out with this consolidation over here. But just getting that pullback before New York. Then you get New York volume. Say we hold support, you can take this thing right up as a team. And you'll be happy that you stayed patient. Sergio, do we have a Zoom scheduled at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Do we have a Zoom set up at all
No.
for this week? Would you like to hop on?
Yeah, sure, of course.
All right, let's do it. What day is good for you?
Just one sec. Let me just see what days I'm not working.
I want to focus on you guys this week, and then next week, obviously still focus on you guys, but also I'm gonna schedule a few Zooms to get some people in here if they're the right fit, so that we get more people adding to discussion and the culture.
I'm free tomorrow and on Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, both days I'm free.
I was 3:20.
Yeah, that's good.
Good deal. And then next week we're gonna go back to kind of scheduling on the website as well. Let's see, just so that you guys have it in your calendar as well as mine. It automatically sends to you guys. Yeah, awesome. And they got Quentin and Lewis on Thursday. All right. Lewis, how you been doing, man? You've been trading at all, placing anything? Hitting the crypto market?
To be honest, bro, I've been trading Forex. I haven't been trading Forex in the last 2 weeks, bro, to be honest. And the
Last two
crypto,
weeks?
that probably about a week and a half, I would say. Week and a
Okay.
half. Yeah.
What would
And
you
crypto's
say
been
that's
good.
for?
Crypto's good, bro. Actually, I actually took some profits and from earlier entries from Ethereum and XRP, so I'm just happy with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro.
All right. And you said you were or you weren't trading the last week and a half?
I was not.
Okay. The Forex market or crypto? Or both?
Forex.
Okay. And is there a reason why?
Yeah, there is, bro. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, bro, and I haven't really been, I'll tell you more about it when we hop on the Zoom.
Totally understand that. That's kind of how my October was.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, just, a lot of moving parts. This is a psychological game, and when you have a lot of different things, a lot of change, it's difficult to stay in the market. It's difficult to take quality trades. Because you're thinking about so many different things and your routines were off, stuff like that. So
I didn't want to take a trade and then like fuck it up because like my psychology wasn't all there. But hey man, listen. Sometimes you gotta go through shit to make you stronger, right?
Take a step back to take two forward. And that's why we'll hop on a Zoom, go through everything in detail, and get you right where you need to be.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, baby. Excited. Wow, look at this pullback on gold. I want to revisit US 30 here too, because we did break that down this morning. So we keep rejecting this level up here, right? Consecutive 30-minute bearish candles, but we did get that higher low formed right here. This candle, 8 o'clock just opened. Hourly ended up closing bearish. We need a bullish close above this level in order for us to take this up, right? We need 33,000. Are we? We need to close above that level because you got a fairly clean move right over here to the left. And Quentin, did we finish on Euro CHO?
No.
Apologize. All right. So yeah, this was the hour I think we left off on, right?
Yeah, we were on the 1 hour. Yeah.
Okay. Any adjustments?
Right now we are holding that support so we can put it down below the candle closes.
Is that good?
Yes, perfect. And yeah, so we are right inside here. So we're consolidating in here. We would want some strong close above and some 30-minute setup and good candle anatomy to eventually take it up here if we hold that support once we close above, or if we come down and close in that region, we can look to fill that wick down into here and eventually continue down.
Beautiful. Let's see the 30-minute now.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, he wants to make it more tricky.
Can you guys hear Bloomberg in the background?
I don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so obviously, I think I would say wait for that level to break.
Right here.
Yeah, to take sells.
Okay. Now, I don't trade this pair. I don't think any of us do, but I am curious about this little fake out right here because we ended up getting bearish candle close at that area, rejection, close below, closed right back above with a strong bullish candle right after that. So obviously this is a strong level, right? But then we ended up rejecting it again and then again right here. So would you have safer sells if you get a close below here? Only question is from there to the wick, only got about 10 pips.
But
So it really depends on the setup.
Looking left, where exactly? Yeah, we have different levels for that's not like, I mean, this fake out is a fake out just based on this area, but if we look at all that, it gets more tricky.
Let's see.
With this.
Yep. So again, below this level right here, right there, you got this clean move, fairly clean move coming down into this area, 98,400.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I would say about that range. Now, obviously, safe sells will be below here. But like I said, that's something that you can, if you're not comfortable taking something like that, and I know you're not trading this, but if I would end up back testing, if we get that close below, depending on the setup, the entry up here, but then actually taking it once you break the support.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Great job, man. Let's go back up. To the higher time frames. This could change your mind here. Right? This is why we hop back from the 30-minute after breaking it down from the monthly. Now go back up to the 4-hour, the daily, and see what's going on. And now, what does this 4-hour tell you?
It's the last hour of the 4-hour. We passed the low, and now we are rejecting this region to eventually close a bullish candle. But I would wait for that candle to close to see if we're gonna go back up. But we've been making lower highs here.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess the best thing to do is wait for that 4-hour to close, see if we reject that level, and on the lower time frames, we had a fake out to the downside. Are we gonna close above the small resistance on the 30-minute? I would not try to to call the bottom and take buys right from this level. Like, just wait for a few confirmations and eventually get that.
What has happened? What has happened here? And also right here. We got that pullback, right? So now, we are in a massive downtrend. So I'm saying, like, can we expect, if we get a bullish close here, only if we get that bullish close, can we expect a pullback into here and then a continuation down? Or this candle closes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's more realistic.
Could be. We'll see what ends up happening, but I do like your levels. Now looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour did close bearish. This one kind of passed the high right away. Now it's flipping bearish over here to fill these wicks. So again, what we were saying on the 30-minute was, can we get that close below here? If you get a close like this, can you expect something like this? Have you seen this setup before?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a lot of sideways bars printing in one direction.
Yes, 100%. You could always reject this area. That's why you need to measure this range right here, right? To see how many, like, if that was 25 pips, I'd be taking this all day. But the fact that it's only 10, safer sells are going to be below here.
Yeah.
All right. Now, again, great job on the
Alright.
breakdown. I think we got a good, clear direction of where Euro CHF is going to go. Daily looks great. Again, everything really depends on that 98 level, 98 cent level right here. We can either
Yes.
continue this bearish movement down here, and then we end up flipping bullish and continuing right back up, and then continue down. Or we can break below right here, get the fake out, and then continue down with the current bearish movement that we've been getting for the last, couple of years. Right? Where's that lower high going to form? We've been getting a lot of bullish price action coming up from 95 cent area, right? At some point, you're going to get a pullback. I could very well see us coming back down to here. Great job, man. Good explanations too. As we went down the time frames, that's what I want to see because it gives me good insight into what you're seeing. And then it also helps everyone else. All right. So GJ over here looks like we're trying to reject that level right here on the 1 hour. 1 hour did close bullish, so that's why we didn't take any sells there. We got to wait for rejections and to see if we can get that resistance formed to continue down. Now, last time we broke a previous support, right? We ended up consolidating, right? We created this low. Could we end up consolidating and then continue down? Right? You may want to have safe sells, wait for safe sells below that area right there with a clean move to the left. Make sense? Gold. Right now, we got that pullback. Couple hints here. Strong bearish candle close, but barely a bottom wick. This candle passed low right away. Can we close a strong bullish candle? Right? Can we continue up from here? Can we stay above these wick rejections? Or are we just going to fake those levels out? Or that level out? 1653. Patience. Sure, Joe, you want to break something down for us? Shard, you there?
Yeah, let's break some down.
Oh, awesome. What are you thinking?
Let's do. You can pick one.
Okay. Let's see what we got in the watch list here. Euro JPY, US30 we did, S&P. Want to do USD JPY?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. It's a good pair to break down right now due to what's everything going on with the yen. Now, I want to make a correction too. Last week, I believe Sharma and I did the breakdown, and she was saying that the Bank of Japan did not intervene on that Friday. So it was almost 2 weeks ago now. And I was kind of scratching my head because they did intervene, but they kept it a secret, right? And I saw on one website that they did, and I think she was looking at something else that said that they didn't. I think that was Bloomberg, but they did intervene, and it was like a secret intervention with the Japanese yen, so it didn't rattle the markets too much. But right now we're in a very interesting area. Ooh, gold's making a nice push. Let's see how the 15-minute candle closes over here. Because now that we're closing above here, we got 4 minutes left for that to close. Actually, 3. Can we take this setup up here? Because I do like this pullback. You guys agree?
Yeah, looks nice.
Okay. All right, so we'll wait 3 minutes. We'll go back to that when you're done. Actually, we'll go back to that when the 15-minute closes, but this is all you, buddy.
Right. So
GJ is flipping as well.
So I'd like to draw a resistance up here, seeing as we've reacted of this level on the lower time frames.
Okay. Now, why that level?
I think you had to do it something fundamentally.
Mm.
I think it was the Japanese monetary policy. It obviously spiked up.
Good shit, man. You've been listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been what have they been saying since 140, 145, 150 that they were going to intervene, right?
Yeah.
150 is a big deal here. And now you start to see we're kind of rejecting here. Obviously the last 2 weeks on the US dollar has been kind of weak, but that's just basically that pullback right now with the December rate hike kind of being up in limbo, not knowing if they're going to increase by 75 basis points or 50. So that's all these pairs are correlated by their each indice of each standalone currency.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you want to mark off right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Weekly. And before we do that, let's just take a look at gold real quick. Don't want you guys to miss a trade. Okay, we're retracing over here. Could close a strong bullish candle. You got 45 seconds left. We'll see. Now, are you guys more comfortable waiting for this 30 to close or the 15?
I think I'll wait for the 30 to close.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. USD JPY.
Yep. So seeing as we have a resistance right up there, we've got basically another level over here. I'd like to mark just here. This one here as well. Because I think these wicks, they're going to be candle body.
Great job.
So there's obviously some sort of resistance formed up here.
You both are getting so much better with your breakdowns. Not that you guys were terrible at all either. Just you guys are getting really good. Let's go back to gold real quick. Look at this 15-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute passed the high right away with no bottom wick over here. And we still have these rejections over here. So let's see what the 30-minute gives us here. I do like the 15-minute continuing up. Maybe entering something as soon as this candle closes. What you could do is, like, if you guys miss this, journal this entry where you enter as soon as this candle closes. It is an indecision candle, so you got to lower your risk, but use your dynamic risk here. Enter 0.5% here, enter 0.25% here, whatever you guys want to do, and see how this thing takes off. Because we could very well reject this area as well again. But I don't think we're gonna do that because this was the pullback we were looking for. It's just you'd rather get that bottom wick, especially on the 15-minute. If you're executing on the 15-minute, you'd rather get that bottom wick formed and then pass the high, not pass the high right away. It's a very critical part of your rules as a scalper. It's taking off though. We shall see how this 30. I mean, the 30-minute can only close so strong. If you look at the previous 30-minute candles, they look pretty much identical with this one, right? Unless this thing just takes off. But you do have the clean move to the left. But if you take a look at these candles, this one's a big one, that one's a big one, that one's a big one, but they don't really get much bigger than that, right? So this is already that size. I could very well see it staying there. And if the 30-minute closes like that, you get the next one form its bottom wick and then pass the high, you could take that up. If it leaves without you, it leaves without you. But this is something that you got to journal and see how often this happens where it just passes the high right away and just takes off. It's seldom. You need a lot of volume for that to happen. But going back over here, there's DJPY.
Yeah, let's go down to the daily.
Go back to the daily.
Yeah, to the daily. Okay. Could we just adjust this resistance? Make it
Yes.
higher.
All right here.
Yeah, I know what it.
Okay.
A bit thinner.
Okay. Got the slower high over here.
Yep.
And what are you seeing happening right now?
Obviously, you see a resistance being held.
Mm-hmm.
We're past the low of the previous candle, so I see us driving down and filling this range.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And then fundamentally?
Like obviously today the US dollar's going weaker, so we'd expect a little drop in USD JPY. So
Perfect. 4 hour?
yep. Could you just move this resistance up a little bit?
Yep. Where would you like it?
Just above, just up here.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd like to just draw something up. Yeah.
Okay. And why right there?
Because we've had a previous support of a year
Mm.
and quite a lot of wick rejections from this area as well.
Mm. Okay.
So I just think if we close below this level, we can obviously come down to retest these lows over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Could I go down to the hourly?
Okay. Ooh. It's a nice setup on the hour.
Yeah.
What are you seeing here?
So well, yeah, I think basically the only thing stopping this from going down would maybe be this. But with volume, I think we'd be able to push through this level.
Because look what happened. I understand that, and I think you're right, because that is a significant support. But at the same time, it's really coming into here,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Not only that, because this is the 1 hour, so maybe that's support on the 30-minute. But not only that, you got this clean move that pushed right through that. Not to mention we closed below that easily and continue down. But you got a clean move here to the left that you could very well continue to push through.
yeah.
You know, makes sense.
Yep.
Let's see. Great job recognizing that.
Thank
30
you.
minute.
Ooh, yeah. So just like to draw this area out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think suitable buys would be above here, above this area.
Buys above this area.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
agree.
obviously sells below this area that we've got. And this area would be sort of a no trade range, kind of because of this consolidation to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to stay out of that.
Okay. I like that. So now with this level 147 flat, what do you need to see?
A close below, probably.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yep.
15-minute holding a nice resistance. If you miss this, taking it based on the 15-minute, I could see taking it's a little risky, but after this bearish candle close, consecutive bearish candle after this one, right? Confirming that we got that resistance and then waiting for this wick to pass the low of the previous. Again, it's risky. And you got to see how many pips you got right here. You got about 20 to 21 to retest the low over here, right? But you got to lower your risk on that. Make sense?
Yep.
But now that you didn't take that, now you got to wait for this, which might be even better.
Yeah.
But this, if you did take that, that's where you leave the runner, right? You secure most of it once you pass the low or retest the low here, and then leave a runner to continue down. Great job, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Lewis, you want to do one? Lewis, you there? All right, looking. Yeah, look at that push on gold. Daily's very strong. Now you are kind of in this consolidation over here on the daily. So it gets a little tricky. You're really in this downtrend and you're trading against the trend. But now that we're above this level, we're changing direction with a clean move to the left here. And the interesting part is here, looking at the 1 hour, you're now tapping into here. It's previous support. So let's see how this 30 closes. I'm hoping it closes somewhere around here. And maybe you could place your stop loss down here or wait for the bottom wick to form, wait for it to flip, and then you could place your stop loss below the entry wick. That makes sense? Like if we close right there, wait for the bottom wick to form, and then take it right here with your stop loss. It could go somewhere here or even closer right there. But the only reason you could put it under the entry is because of the it's on the 30-minute. This thing's taken off. Quentin, have you been trading London at all? I know you and Sammy were looking at that.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yeah, his schedule's been
Do
a
you,
little
do
off,
you hear
right?
me well? I think my connection is breaking up.
I can hear you. Better than my connection yesterday.
Well, it doesn't work right now.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, no, it works.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trading London. Like
Awesome.
I think it's the 2 to 4 a.m. or 3 to 5, I don't know. Like 1 hour before London open to 1 hour after. That's the time frame I trade.
Okay. Awesome. Have you been catching any trades during that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, yesterday I got a nice trade on gold.
Nice.
So a sale.
Did you journal it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Like I said, let's keep it up with the group Trello, and I'll go in there today and take a look at it.
All right. Yeah, I'll put it in right now.
Curious to see if there's any improvements. Is there any way that you could have grabbed the gold move up during London?
Today?
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I didn't find any good entry.
Okay. Nothing that appealed to you.
Because when I got to the charts, it was this candle, I think.
Yes.
So after that, is this yeah, it's the 30 minutes? Yeah, maybe I could have entered there. Guess to take price back up.
Mm.
But I didn't take nothing this morning.
Yep. This is where you journal this one. Just to see, like, okay.
Yeah, that's what we saw earlier.
I see why you did it, or why you didn't take it, right? 30-minute. We ended up rejecting this area up here, closing back below the previous resistance, right? And then it looked like this candle could just be coming up to retest it to then continue down.
Yeah.
But that's a nice rejection wick down here. But the only thing is this candle had no bottom wick, just passed the high right away. And then we created this higher low. It's a little difficult, but it's a setup that you could start executing on down the road.
Yeah, I think this is the 1 hour looked better, but I wasn't looking at a 1 hour at the time. But we had a nice
1 hour
close on the 1 hour. I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, this one closing here. That was a better setup, and I wasn't looking at the time.
Yeah, this is what we were looking at before, right? Where this candle on the strong bullish candle with the wick to fill ends up closing above this level, right? We ended up retesting that level here in the 1 hour. You could very well move that down just a tad.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Bottom wick formed, didn't pass below the previous, flip bullish. Could take it right there if you want. This is where the higher time frames and executing on the higher time frames really comes in handy. Because, it looks a little messy down here, right? 15, 30 minute. But you just wait for that 1 hour to close, stop loss below it, take this thing up. Now for me, 30 minutes about to close here on, wow, this is where we said it would close. Right? So could you place your stop loss right here with a wick to fill after this close? I think this might play out. Only thing is the 4 hour is going to be closing in the next 30 minutes. I wouldn't let that hold me back, but let's see how this 30 closes. 15 minute. 15 minute might be closing below it. Yeah, that could trap a lot of people if we close below this resistance. Let's see, 18 seconds. Do you guys like this setup on the 30 minute?
Yeah, I like it.
Awesome. I would just wait for the next candle to create its bottom wick. Then you could take this thing up. Now GJ ended up closing bearish here, right? Rejecting that resistance on the 15 minute, 30 minute as well. Just no bottom wick. We're in the middle of that little range right there. 1 hour. This is that setup we look at. This should continue down. I believe that we'll retest the low. Problem is the amount of range only got 12 pips. So safe sells below this area. Gold, don't want to miss out on it. Give us a bottom wick. Come on. I think if we create this bottom wick and then flip bullish again, this should continue up. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, it might be retesting this area to continue up.
Would you be using current candle stops?
Current candle, yeah, depending on, yeah, it looks like it'll be a nice healthy candle. And you could put your stop loss maybe around like 1653. Doesn't have to be all the way down here. But if this candle starts flipping bullish here with an 830 volume, that should be a safe stop loss. If you want to place it here, you can. This is where dynamic risk down the road, if you've been using it, might come in handy where you can enter now, like 0.5%, 1/4%, with your stop loss down here, expecting you to get a good price right here and then anticipating the flip bullish. Make sense?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if the 5 minute starts holding like a higher low. Hold on.
I'll be entering if we flip.
Give me 1 second. All right. No flip yet. Still coming down. And again, we got plenty of range right here too. About 70 pips. And then say we take it from here, you got about 50. All right, this looks good. Respecting the low of the previous 15-minute. Let's see. DJ is ranging a little bit. Oops, I was just close. Yeah, you need that safe sell below here. Lewis, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, bro.
Good. Any questions? You following?
No, yeah, I'm just following, training my eyes.
Awesome. Do you like this setup on gold? Are you looking to take anything, or you're probably just gonna watch?
I'm just gonna live back test.
Cool.
Yep.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
What about you? You like the setup or what?
Yeah. No, I think I like the chances of this thing flipping bullish to continue up, but if it doesn't do that, I'm content staying out because we do have the 4-hour closing soon. Right? We already have a pretty strong 4-hour candle. Can we make this push up and get a quick scalp and fill that wick to continue up a little bit more to create a bigger wick? Maybe, right? So that's what we got to wait for. 1 hour does seem a little overextended too, but we are above that resistance. The 30-minute, again, strong bullish candle close above, engulfing with a wick to fill. Could very well continue this up. I have to use the bathroom shortly. I'll be following on my phone. but I won't be too long. I'll be right back. Looking like we're not getting much here. All right. Let's see. Looking at US 30 here, if we're going to continue up. Pre-markets are obviously up. And we have that resistance. Can we close above here in the next hour? Let's see. I think I may stay out of gold until the 4-hour close. And we'll see if we get any setup later on. That make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not getting that pullback. Aren't you glad we stayed out of this though?
Yeah. It's good that we waited for a bottom wick.
Yeah. 100%. That's
If
where
we-
that comes in handy.
Yeah. If we flip, I think about getting in, but if we don't, then I won't. There's no chance.
Yeah. You always want to wait for candles to close in your direction.
Yeah.
but then like waiting for that next wick will save you from a lot of losses too.
Yeah, 100%.
You'll miss some trades, but you'll definitely win more than you lose.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That being said, 8:43. I'm just gonna hop off. Yeah, this is pulling back here.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna be taking anything until maybe the stock exchange open. Remember also, the stock exchange open before at 9:30. You get that pullback on gold, so maybe we can continue this thing up after 9:30, but we'll see. Just don't force anything. Remember, we do have ISM manufacturing PMI coming out at 10, so that could be affecting gold too. But also, Fed funds rate comes out tomorrow, so we may not get that big of a move until then. We got it during London, but during New York, not that much. All right, boys.
Right, see you later.
Absolutely. Looking forward to hopping on the one-on-ones with you guys, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Right, see ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.